Hare Krishna, good morning. So today we're going to be covering Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 1, Text 31. And I will share my screen here. So just to revisit the context, Parikshit Maharaj had asked a question back in verse 22. He said, "O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where the mind has to be applied and how the conception can be fixed so that the dirty things in a person's mind can be removed." So in answer to this question, Shukadeva Goswami starts describing how a yogi can view the various aspects of the material creation as parts of the Lord's form. And one important note that Prabhupada comments on, he comments on this in a few purports in this section, but in text 24, I think, he says that the atheists and asuras can, quote, think of the Lord as Virat. So this form is Virat Rupa. So they can think of the Lord in this form and thus gradually cleanse the dirty things from their hearts in order to become qualified to actually see the transcendental form of the Lord in the near future. This is a favor of the all-merciful Lord to the atheists and the gross materialists. So I wanted to kind of just set that context for us again, just because it's important to note that this meditation that Shukadeva Goswami is taking us through is not necessarily meant for devotees who are already trying to meditate on the transcendental form of the Lord. For example, we try to meditate on the form of Krishna, or someone tries to meditate on the form of Lord Ram or Lord Nrsimha. These are transcendental forms of the Lord, as opposed to this Virat form, which is kind of more like a gateway for those who are atheistic or asuric in nature to move towards the process of ultimately meditating on the transcendental form of Lord Krishna. So kind of with that context, I'm just going to read this verse and purport today. I don't have any extra notes or additional commentary to add to this. So if anyone has anything at the end, they can please share, or that would be wonderful. Otherwise, I'll just be reading today. So anyway, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chandam Syanantasya Shiro Grinanti Damstra Yama Sneha Kaladvijani Haso Janonmadakari Chamaya Duranta Sargo Yadapanga Moksha. The word for word, Chandamshi, the Vedic hymns, Anantasya, of the Supreme, Shira, the cerebral passage, Grinanti, they say, Damstra, the jaws of teeth, Yama, Yamaraj, the director of sinners, Sneha Kala, the art of affection, Dvijani, the set of teeth, Hasa, smile, Jana Unmadakari, the most alluring, Cha, also, Maya, illusory energy, Duranta, unsurpassable, Sarga, the material creation, Yat Apanga, whose glance, Moksha, casting over. Translation. They say that the Vedic hymns are the cerebral passage of the Lord, and his jaws of teeth are Yama, god of death, who punishes the sinners. The art of affection is his set of teeth, and the most alluring, illusory material energy is his smile. This great ocean of material creation is but the casting of his glance over us. Purport. According to Vedic assertion, this material creation is the result of the Lord's casting a glance over the material energy. which is described herein as the most alluring illusory energy. The conditioned souls who are allured by such materialism should know that the material temporary creation is simply an imitation of the reality, that those who are captivated by such alluring glances of the Lord are put under the direction of the controller of sinners called Yamaraj. The Lord smiles affectionately, displaying his teeth. The intelligent person who can grasp these truths about the Lord becomes a soul fully surrendered unto him. Om Jnanatirmirandasya Jnanandjana Shalakaya Chakshurinmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So one point that I just wanted to add, or wanted to bring out from this purport, I guess, is really interesting. So Shukadev Goswami says that the art of affection is his set of teeth, and then he says the most alluring illusory material energy is his smile. And Prabhupada very nicely explains in the purport that basically for those who are, I guess, under the influence of the material nature or not able to see beyond material nature, then this smile, this quote unquote smile of the Lord kind of attracts them further into the material nature and into further material dealings and kind of being more entangled in material nature. But he then says at the end, the intelligent person who can grasp these truths about the Lord becomes a soul fully surrendered unto him. So my understanding of this statement is that one who can understand that, yes, the illusory material energy is captivating, and this is naturally a quality of the Lord's nature, which is that it is captivating, right? So obviously, usually as devotees, we think on the spiritual side of things, we think about how captivating Lord Krishna's pastimes are, or his various pastimes in his various transcendental forms, and how all of his devotees become completely captivated by that. And even there are so many verses explaining Lord Krishna's smile and how his smile is very pleasing to the devotees. And it's funny, we're also hearing Shukadev Goswami bring out kind of a glorification of Shukadev Goswami's, of the Lord's smile, but we're hearing about the Virat Rupa. So that means that this is a glorification of how the material energy is so captivating. And so anyway, so for those who are not trying to endeavor to see the transcendental form of the Lord, they're captivated by this Virat Rupa smile. And for those who are intelligent, who are able to understand the truths of this matter, are able to look beyond that and be ultimately captivated by the transcendental smile of the Lord in his form as Krishna or his other transcendental forms. So I thought that was a very beautiful point that Prabhupada brings up in his purport. Yeah, and I don't have any other points to add to this particular verse. Does anyone have anything that they would like to add? Any questions or comments here?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much
Yes,
for a short class. Yeah, I was just, when you were reading, I was thinking about this very close comparison, Prabhu, that the jaws is compared to Yama, and then the teeth are compared to his affection, and then the smile is compared to his, the illusory energy, right? So they're very close. So I was trying to understand. Of course, Prabhupada explained a little bit in the purport. Right, generally when somebody smiles the teeth will be visible. Right, so I was thinking because one is the illusory energy, the other one is his affection as well, right? What one looks at it. So I was just thinking about it when you said so. When again jaws and teeth are very close, so
yeah, meaning like very physically close together.
Yeah, physically, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I was remembering the 10th, the Bhagavad Gita chapter as well. So, all the demons are entering his jaws.
Yeah, yeah, that's very nice comparison.
Yes.
And in a sense, Prabhupada, because Prabhupada has also been explaining through these different purports how the asuras, the demons, can become attracted to this Virat Rupa, and in doing so, they can. This is kind of like this can be a gateway for them to move towards attraction towards Krishna's transcendental form. So that's a nice comparison. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Any final comments or questions? Okay, thank you all so much. Apologies for a short class. I think I tend to do this, but yeah, nothing else I could sift out from this. So I hope that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.